Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our run here on Zielonka, feeding my kids. We are currently wrapping up the cereal phase, the milk and cereal phase of this run. Harvesting the last of the corn now, and we're going to start transitioning. Already, I think we've already transitioned a little bit, right? We've already got the canola planted up here. We got the beehives set out where we want them around all the fields. And yeah, once we get the corn figured out, we're going to be planting both potatoes and sugar beets on these two fields. Because we will be doing chocolate as well as potato chips in our next phase. So some exciting stuff. Still looking forward to it. I need to come over here and get some more silage additive for our grass picker upper before I pick up the last little bit of grass to turn into silage. I believe that's what this is over here. There we go. Get that picked up. Go pick up that last stripe of grass, and then we're just waiting for the corn to finish being harvested. I'm having a lot of fun on this save. I think this is one of my favorite saves we've done on Farming Simulator. I know I've said that a few times already, but just every time I sit down and play it, I'm like, you know what? This is a good run. This is a good one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. And I think I've said this before as well, but it really is. It's not just the story. The story has been great. I love the story of change. I don't want to just do the same thing monotonously over and over and over again the entire save. That's just not fun. The idea of the change and transition and growth and whatever, I think that's really cool. But I also really like the I think the combination of the enhanced loan system as well as the lease to own stuff, it just makes the game more enjoyable. It means that I can get cool equipment, fun equipment. We're not restricted. We're not like handcuffing ourselves or you know, whatever. We're allowed to just have fun in a realistic manner. Honestly, both those mechanics, both those features, or both those mods, I should say, are very realistic. And so I think it adds this level of realism, but also makes it more fun for me personally. So hopefully you guys enjoyed as well, because there's a very, very, very good chance that I will continue both those mods in all my saves going forward, just because of that. It just feels more relaxed and more enjoyable as we go through it. Still gives a good story, but it gives a good story in a method that is more, I don't know, more consumable. All right, dropped off all our grass. Get that turned into silage. What else do we need to do today? Gotta remember not to drop the corn into the cereal factory just yet, because there's a good chance that we will be only dropping a portion of it and selling the rest, just so we can get a good balance in the cereal factory, not just end up with a whole bunch of crop that we're not able to use for anything. So I should check on the cows. Oh, I probably should have checked on the cows before I drove all the way over here. That would have been a good idea. They're good for one more month, so we can hold off on that. Straw looks okay. Slurry's okay. Milk. Okay, yeah, we're good on the cows. We really are just waiting for the corn to finish up at this point. And of course the plowing. But the plowing can kind of happen as it happens. Not a huge hurry on that one. We really want equal amounts of corn and oats in our cereal factory. How much do we actually have stored of oats in our little thing over there? We got 28,000 liters over there. How much is currently in the factory? All right, there's 9,000 liters of oats in the factory. So it's going to be pretty close to even, honestly. Because we have, what, 37,000 liters total? We're sitting on 28,000 liters here. So if we get another 9,000 liters of oats, or of corn here, which is about almost exactly what we're going to end up with. We're probably going to end up with maybe a little bit more, maybe 12,000 liters, but not by much. We're going to be very close to exact on our oats versus corn balance here, which is quite nice. Makes things a lot easier to just dump in there and let that cereal factory finish. Obviously, we'll be transitioning away from raisins relatively soon. Once I get an idea of how much cereal we're going to have, I can get a good idea of how much raisins we'll need. And then we can determine if we want to go ahead and, you know, we'll probably sell off the middle raisins for sure, or grapes for sure, because we don't need those. They don't have anything extra in them other than water. But the outer ones that have the fertilizer and manure, we could let those run a little bit longer just to use up that fertilizer manure. It's not the absolute end of the world if we decide to just get rid of them entirely and move on. It really just depends on where we're at. All right, well, let me let this guy finish up with corn, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. That is the last of our corn for this save, actually. Let's see how much we actually ended up with. 39,000 liters here. And I said we had 28 plus 9, so 37,000 liters there. So we got a little bit more corn than we need. Let's see exactly how much. I'll just actually do a calculator just so I can get a better estimate here. Let's see here. $93.30 plus. Come on. Oops, if I actually hit the right buttons. 28041. 28041. So we have 37,371. 39,171. So exactly 1,800 liters is how much more corn we have. So I don't know how easy it's going to be, but if we could drop off all but 1,800 liters of corn, we'll be set. And the rest can be sold. Can our silage thing take corn? No, it wouldn't be corn. It would be forage if it was able to take anything. I was thinking suddenly that because I sometimes make silage out of corn, but it's not corn. It's forage at that point in time. If we were to go under on one or the other, which one would we prefer to go? Like put too much corn in or put not enough corn in? I guess my point is, which one would we rather waste? Corn or barley, or oats, I mean. Oats is 606. Corn is... We'd rather waste corn than oats. Corn is just not worth much. 488 at its highest. So we would rather put in too much corn. Okay. A little bit too much corn, but that's okay. That's exactly what I wanted, and the rest of this corn can be sold wherever. It does not matter. I don't even care if we wait, honestly, come to think of it. Can we sell it at the farmer's market? Yeah, we'll just step up to the farmer's market real quick. Just get it out of here. It's not worth much, but might as well. Worth a whole 400 bucks. If I waited to be worth 600 bucks, maybe. I'm surprised we actually got this close. That it was this precise. 600 liters is not a lot of wiggle room there. Which is good. We wanted to be close. Now, the only negative left would be that it's not going to produce a full pallet of cereal, so there'll still be some waste, but at least we're minimizing the waste. And I could have done the math to figure out exactly how much we needed to get exactly the amount of cereal that we need, but nah, it's all right. It'll be minimal waste. It's not that big of a deal. There's corn right there. All right, so the corn fields will be turned into sugar beets and potatoes. I suddenly do not remember. I suddenly don't remember which one I had decided to do on which field. I'll have to look that up here in a minute. All right, let's get you parked. You're good. Let's get you out of the way. We don't need the corn herder anymore, right? Because we're doing canola instead of sunflowers. And yeah, potatoes, sure. Yeah, so we can go return. I guess it's return, right? This is just a lease. Yeah, just a lease. All right, we'll just drop it there. It doesn't matter where we go with it. And we'll just return it now. Cool. Which does mean we can connect to the grain header over here and just leave that connected all the time now. Sorry, little trailer. Excuse me. All right, you're good. You're almost done actually, which is good. So yeah, I guess I can take a minute to go look up FS22 crop yields. It is sugar beets is 23,000, potatoes is 16,000 per acre. So sugar beets is more, and for at least for the first round, we want that to be kind of balanced out. So we're kind of probably going to put the potatoes on the one that is a bigger field, which I believe is this one. Yes, this one is 1.3 hectares. This one's so this one's slightly bigger. So we'll put the potatoes on 46, sugar beets on 47. When do we plant those? Potatoes is not till March. Sugar beets not till March. So we got a little bit of time for both. They're at the same time. Cool. All right. Well, that's all good. Nothing really else for us to do right this second. Oh, that's right. Never mind. There is something else for us to do. I need to go drop off my oats. I left them in the silo here. That's not helpful. So if we're doing 37,000 oats, means we need 18,500 raisins and honey. We almost have enough honey. We're going to have more honey. We're going to have wasted honey because I have the honeybee hives down still. But we just need a little bit more raisins. And am I currently distributing raisins or selling raisins? Where's my raisins? Currently selling raisins. So we just need to distribute a little bit more. I have to remember which option is distribute. All right, so we'll distribute some raisins. Again, just need a little bit more. And like I said, we already have almost enough honey, but I can't do anything about the honey anymore anyway. It's kind of, that little output's just sitting there. Not much I can do with it. No worries. Cool. I'm glad I remember that. How much raisins will we produce in a month? 6,000. So 6,000 is actually, one more month is almost exactly what we need. Actually, a little bit less, but that's okay if it's a little bit over. I'm not that worried about it. We could fast forward till we get to around that 18,500 number, and then just start selling it from there. Actually, we might do that. Let's do that. Let's start fast sorting this. Although I guess we're not really looking for 18,500 because as we progress time, we're using up some of the corn and stuff, but it's going to be close to 18.5. Sure if we'll get there before the end of the day or not. Might be sometime in the middle of the night, but I just kind of want to make sure we get as close to where we want it as possible. That would be right at exactly 18,000 is what we need. Obviously, we'll stop. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we go into the next day while we're doing plowing, because it's not going to matter. Now we're looking at 17.5-ish. Yeah, we'll hit 17.5 right about the time that we hit 35,000 left, so that actually will almost be perfect. Maybe one more tick, and I think we're gonna, it might be a little bit more raisins than we need, but it's going to be very, very close to exactly what we want. Yeah, that's almost perfect, I think, actually, weirdly. All right, so that means we could tell the raisins to just sell any raisins from now on. And then we can sell some orchards, because we might let those manure ones and other ones just kind of process for a little bit longer, but the middle ones we just don't need anymore. And honestly, we don't need any of them. I need to think about whether or not it's worth letting them consume up the rest of the manure and stuff, because manure is just not that worth that much anyway. So let's go demolish. We would want to demolish the middle ones if I can. Make sure I'm selecting them. All I had in them was water. Which I think that's all I had. Let's just double check. Yeah, they don't have any grapes in them. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, so do we care about these outer ones? Is the real question. I mean, you got a lot of manure, but I don't think we really care. And they have some seeds. It's just not... Does it matter? I guess we'll let them finish. I mean, they're not hurting anything. They're just sitting there. We might even get to a point where we just sell the grapes by themselves instead of... I guess, again, it doesn't hurt anything. They're sitting there. How long is it going to actually take to use up the rest of this manure? That's probably a good question, right? So we got 15,000 liters of manure. 8,545 to be exact. Divided by 5 per cycle. It's 3,109 cycles and 48 cycles per month. That's 64 months. We've got 5 years worth in here. And yeah, we might just sell these now because I'm trying to think what the right move here is. We've already got a lot of grapes in both of these to finish up anyway. I think we're just going to sell them. Let's just get rid of all of them. It's okay that we're wasting a little bit of manure, seed, and fertilizer is not that expensive. So I'd rather just get these out of the way. We know that once we finish the grapes that are in our grape processing plants, then we're done. And I guess I can sell the water container sitting out here that for some reason bugged out and let us... Oh, it's actually going to sell the water too. I wish it would sell the manure and stuff when we sell those other things. All right, so that's that. We do have a box here I need to drop off at some point, but it's not that big of a deal. Maybe the next time we take the cereal, we'll drop that off. Because now all we need to do is we're just going to let these guys finish up using up whatever grapes they've got, and then those things will be sold. And we're good. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy about all of that. All right, it is definitely... How are we doing? We've got a little bit left to do. I'll just let you finish up, and then we'll fast forward from there. You're almost done. We'll take over for this last stripe here. Did I stop everything a year too early? I could have sworn we'd be in year 13 by now. Or no, is it year 12 that I'm looking for? I always forget. What is the thing that I'm actually looking for? Alright, did we miss anything down here? It didn't look like it, so we are good. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Yeah, you're 13. Actually, that's... I think I wrote down the wrong year, though. Oh, okay, no, year 13 is what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. Which is fine if we stopped it a little early. It's not that big of a deal. By the time we actually harvest and start working on potato chips and stuff, I'm pretty sure it will be. Sorry, wrong button. Pretty sure it will be year 13 anyway. So I think it's all going to math out properly. If I missed it by 1 year, I don't think anybody cares too much. Close enough. Oh, sorry, mower. Sorry. I'm just clumsy today. I can't see anything. All right, cool. Drop that off. And we're ready to fast forward. Let's go. Alright, so those will get used up. Once those get used up, we'll be selling both of those grape facilities. And then the cereal, obviously, once that gets all used up, which other than the honey, everything else looks perfectly in line. I wish I could stop the honey getting put in there, but it is what it is. So that'll get used up, and then we'll stop that. Yeah, we're doing all right. Pretty happy with all that. All right, we do need to get the cow some more straw and food. And it is November. I don't think there's anything coming out in November. Cereal is what, March? Excuse me. Sorry. I always forget because obviously I'm doing two different saves. I'm doing the one on here. It's either March or February. I'm doing the one on here and I'm also doing the live stream. I always forget what thing does when. And then milk is what, September and January? Yep, September and January. So we're already in November. We should be able to wait till January for that. All right, well then let's get you to go get some straw and then we'll get some silage after that. Oh, and I do need to fertilize the grass field. Currently do not have any fertilizer. Let's drop this off. Not a lot of fertilizer. Let's go grab some more, I guess. That is herbicide. Actually, we can get a pallet of... Yeah, liquid fertilizer right there. Just grab that. It's at least one. It's a smaller, compact thing. It's the same amount, right? Same dollar amount and everything. Yeah. We'll just grab that. Concentrated fertilizer, I guess, is what it is. Just add water. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, I'll probably have the fertilizing and all this stuff done. And like I said, just around the corner, we're going to be planting sugar beets and potatoes, which is, again, the next phase of our process here. So I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.